Hello and welcome to East Middle School Pod 8A video for the virtual classroom. My name is Mrs. Nelson. I'm the science teacher, and I'd like to introduce you to the other teachers. We have Mr. Dan Furman for English, Mr. Michael Turner for math. I have science, Ms. Kelsey Simonson for social studies, Ms. Marissa Auditory for learning support, Mr. James Hines for learning support, and Ms. Ashley Skoda for learning support. We have expectations in Pod A. It's not uncommon, all the other pods share our expectations. We ask the students to be on time. That means to come to class with your video on, your computer charged, and your mic on mute. Be prepared. Make sure that you have any books or papers and all your materials that you need, and definitely have that laptop charged. Stay focused and stay on task. Stay away from the cell phones. Keep the video games away. Turn off that TV. Focus on the virtual classroom. Be quick with bathroom breaks. It's okay, but make sure that you get all the information you need. You are responsible for you. And please have on appropriate attire for school. Come to the classroom just as you would for a classroom in the building. Our schedule begins at 8 o'clock in the morning. First period is from 8 to 9:15. Second period is from 9:15 to 10:30. Third period is from 10:30 to 11:45. Lunch is from 11:45 to 12:15, and fourth period is 12:15 to 1:30. Period 5 is 1:30 to 2:45. We have a grading scale as well. All the students at East share this grading scale. If you're looking for an A, your student needs to be performing between 90 and 100% on most assignments. A B is 89 to 80%. A C is 79%. A D is 69 to 65%. Anything below 65% is an F. At this time, I'd like to start sharing our Pod A teachers. I'm Mrs. Nelson. I have grade 8 science, and this year the students will be working in 2 separate modules. The first module, which is in September and lasts until the middle of January, is entitled Populations and Ecosystems. Within this module, students will learn about population dynamics, population genetics, introductory genetics, food webs, and human impact on the environment. Currently, the students are working in a module on biodiversity. Our students have many resources at their disposal. Not only do we have a textbook, which can be found online on the Schoolology page that we have during materials, but we also have a piece of software this year called MOSA Mac, and it enables the students to solve a problem, learn the concepts, apply those concepts, and then internalize them. It's intended to create a little bit more critical thinking. Our other focus this year also will be on reading and writing. This means that they're going to be reading short pieces and writing something called CER, claims and reasoning. All of this information is posted on the classroom page for your student. Be sure to share that information with the student or come into class. Now I'm going to turn it over to Mr. Furman and the support teacher, Ms. Skoda, for English Language Arts.
Hi, everybody. My name is Daniel Furman, and I am the 8th grade English Language Arts teacher, along with Mrs. Skoda. Introduce yourself if you want.
I'm Mrs. Skoda. I am the 8th grade learning support teacher, and I'll be co-teaching with ELA curriculum this year.
And something exciting for English Language Arts this year is that we have a brand new textbook. into literature, okay? And in this book, you will find our readings, you will find many lessons, and obviously, since we are not together in the classroom, what we're going to be doing is most of this will be through the platform called ED. And I have shown many of you so far how to access the textbook through ED and the grammar lessons and the words to know lessons. But if you're one of those students that we haven't done that yet with, it's coming soon. You also received a soft cover copy of this textbook along with a green grammar, kind of like a book. You received that when you picked up your Chromebooks. So please make sure that you know where those books are. It would be a great idea to have them somewhere close while you're online with us. And then one other thing I wanted to focus on was daily participation points. You have an opportunity to earn 3 points out of 3 every day, simply by meeting expectations, okay? And that's a great way to boost your grades. So when we get to the end of the quarter, you potentially could have up to 50 out of 50 points, which will be a nice boost at the end of the quarter. So please make sure that you understand the expectations that Mrs. Nelson talked about. And with that, my email will be attached to the PowerPoint, and I'm going to, you have anything to add, Mrs. Skoda?
I was just going to add that I will be adapting and modifying the ELA curriculum to meet each individual student's needs by their IEP. I'll be contacting home parents to set up different IEP meetings throughout the year, so make sure you look forward to a phone call from me or an email as well.
Okay, and I think we're gonna move it on down to Mr. Turner and Mr. Hines in that box.
Well, welcome to our first virtual open house. My name is Mr. Turner. I teach 8th grade pre-algebra. The units of study we're going to cover this year include expressions and equations and exponents, functions, linear equations, geometry, and statistics and probability. Each student will be assessed in the areas mentioned and will be required to show their understanding on the state math assessment in the spring. You should have received a backpack with books in it. We have new books this year called iReady. We have a instruction book and your practice book. If you don't have those two yet, you need to show up to the school and get them, please. If you have any other questions or concerns, please email me. My email will also be attached to the PowerPoint. Thank you, and I hope you have a safe and learning year. Mr. Hines?
And yeah, thank you. And I'm Mr. Hines, the learning support teacher for Mr. Turner's 8th grade mathematics class, pre-algebra 2, pod 8A. I'll be providing accommodations based on students' IEPs for all 4 sections of Mr. Turner's math class. And I will be in touch throughout the year to schedule IEP meetings for the students on my caseload. You can contact me at jameshines@eriesd.org. Thank you. I'm going to pass it on to Ms. Simonson, excuse me.
You have to unmute yourself. There you go.
All right. Hi, my name is Miss Simonson. I'm the 8th grade social studies teacher here at East Middle School. This year we started with an in-depth discussion of the attacks on September 11th, 2001, and a brief history of the changes in foreign policy. This led us to have the unique opportunity to examine the voting process, history of voting, and see this in real time during the 2020 election. From there, we'll go into our regular curriculum and move from early colonial life to the impact of the presidency and assassination of Abraham Lincoln. So it's going to be an interesting year. I guess we'll move it on to Miss Auditory.
Hi, my name is Marissa Auditory. I am the 8th grade learning support teacher for social studies. I work with Miss Simonson. We actually are sitting across from each other. We work in the same classroom. I will be supporting all the students that have IEPs. I also would like to encourage you, if your student is struggling in social studies and you feel like they could use a little extra support, even if they do not have an IEP, always feel free to email me because they can join our small groups. If you have any questions, I'm always available through email. Feel free to call the school and leave a message, and I will get back to you as soon as I can.
That's grade 8, Pod A. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you've learned a lot, and please keep in touch with us.